Some people wonder why women live longer than men. There are many theories, but these funny photos proving why women live longer than men show us the real reason. Sometimes men make decisions that just aren't good for their health. Obviously, these fall under the heading of don't try this at home, or work, or in public, or anywhere. Ever.
Amazing!
Hatchets and warheads. What could go wrong? This can't be the right way to examine explosives, or fix them, or whatever they're trying to do here. Surely there's a safety manual somewhere that advises against this sort of thing. We all know yoga is relaxing and good for your health, but maybe not if you do it on top of a tiger. Hopefully this guy is fit enough to run away if that tiger decides he doesn't like to be a pillow. You may have heard the expression cat got your tongue, but if this guy isn't careful, the cobra may get his. Perhaps a staring contest from a safe distance would be a better idea. There's nothing like a nice summer day, until the air conditioner goes on a summer vacation and you have to suffer in the heat. I understand the need to get the AC working or installed, but please don't throw safety out the window too. Okay, now that I've talked you out of fixing the air conditioning, maybe you'd like a little shade instead. That's an idea, just don't take cover like these guys. 2-ton vehicles aren't beach umbrellas, and neither is a boulder propped up on a stick. If you had braces as a kid, you might have heard the phrase metal mouth a few times, or 100, whatever. But this guy really wanted to have a metal mouth, so he spray painted his teeth silver. Guess it's cheaper than those silver fillings you get at the dentist, not to mention braces. Okay, let's think this one over. The real Batman had a costume, but he also knew how to fly. We're guessing this guy doesn't, so the suit probably isn't going to help him. Where's Robin to save the day? After that terrifying photo, you might want to kick back and relax in the pool. I'm not really sure what that thing on the table is, sandwiched between the beer bottles. A sandwich maker maybe? Whatever it is, it needs electricity, and it needs to be in the middle of the pool. The use of extension cords and power strips in the middle of all that water with people in the pool is just, well, shocking. Sadly, that wasn't the only shocking display of bad judgment. Grounding poles are meant to be placed in the ground, not a tiny bucket of dirt to disperse electricity. And that guy trying to fix the electrical outlet should probably consult a safety manual. Maybe someone told this guy to stop making excuses why he couldn't get stuff done. Maybe that person was his wife. But really, having to stand on a tilted ladder like that sounds like a pretty good excuse for leaving the ceiling unpainted and kicking back on the couch. Ironically, this guy probably thinks he has balls of steel for trying this trick. Let's just hope he still has them after that horse clears his crotch. Riding a cable car here might be expensive, but so is medical care after falling off one. Not to mention funeral expenses these days. Just pay the fare or skip the ride on this cable car. Window washing can be a scary job, but even more so the way these guys are doing it. Let's hope their boss offers a really good medical plan. Clean the windows just aren't worth hanging by one hand, or in a makeshift bucket. What's this guy even washing? The wall? Going to a foreign country with different kinds of electrical outlets can be frustrating. Of course, those serving in the Navy have learned to be resourceful. We're not sure this guy's commander would be happy about just how resourceful he got with an electrical outlet, though. Lifting weights can help build strength, just not in your brain apparently. There has to be better ways to work on balance than squatting on a ball while pumping iron. Then again, maybe he's training to walk a tightrope without a net. If you own or use a firearm, you should read the manual very carefully and make sure you follow procedures. And whatever you do, don't copy these guys. I can only imagine how embarrassing it would be to explain it to the folks at the emergency room how you managed to accidentally shoot yourself in the rear end, or why taking a selfie with a gun pointed at your face was so essential. Chopping down a tree is a real hassle. Fortunately, this guy found a simple way to do it, by hooking his ladder to the top of the tree he was cutting down. I'm stumped how anyone could think this was a good idea. Trampolines can be fun, but you can also get hurt falling off, so many people place pillows or other padding around them. Just so you know, air is not an effective cushion. A fall off this trampoline could involve a very long way down. No ladder? No problem. Just have your co-workers hold onto your feet while you dangle down into a dark sewer. Or not. Here's another guy who could use a ladder, or a better place to eat lunch. What is he doing on that window? On the other hand, the use of ladders seems to be a popular way to show why women live longer than men. I'm counting human ladders here too. Also, ladders stacked on top of each other, and used to create a tandem motorcycle. Then there's this ladder on cement blocks on a rickety table. Hey, I get it. Reaching to fix stuff that high up on a house isn't easy. And not everyone has an industrial-sized ladder, but if this is your only option, it might be worth the expense just to hire a professional, or at least make sure your life insurance policy is up to date. This is what happens when you gotta get that big screen TV home somehow, and no one has a truck you can borrow. Hopefully he can still find the brake. On the one hand, I'm impressed at how strong and durable this crane is. It would almost make a great ad for the crane company, if it wasn't completely dangerous and reckless. Whatever this thing is, I'm sure there's some better way of getting it to the second floor, like maybe stairs or an elevator, maybe even one of those science fiction-y transporter things. Air mattresses seem soft, but anything can be hard to land on if you take a flying leap at it, not to mention the risk of missing your mark and hitting the floor. Hard. I just hope this guy is wearing an athletic cup in case he ever wants to pass on his genius DNA. I really hope this guy gets a raise for his dedication. Most people would run screaming if their boss wanted to use them as a table to saw a board on. But how do you describe this on your resume? I was the backbone of the company, maybe? When sticking your head outside in winter weather, you might want to look up before you look down, and make sure an icicle isn't about to impale you in the neck. Icicles can be cold like that. I don't want to just pick on ladders, saws, and electrical outlets here, so I'm going to branch out into tree cutting. You'd think this guy would realize he should leave his foot out of the tree cutter. These guys know how to use their heads, sort of. Okay, they're at least trying to protect their heads. A bucket may not be the most secure helmet, though. As for this guy, well, brains are overrated. Just make sure to keep your hair safe. Then again, these guys may be pretty hard-headed about their helmets. Have you seen a shining example of men proving why women live longer? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe, clicking that bell icon to never miss a new video. Thanks for watching.